Hey, if you're running a business, you've probably poured a ton of effort into just finding customers. But have you ever really stopped to ask, what's each one of those customers actually worth to you in the long run? Well, today, we're going to dig into a metric that answers exactly that: customer lifetime value.
It's a pretty simple question on the surface, right? But believe me, the answer is so powerful. Getting a handle on this one number can completely change how you think about marketing, sales, everything. So let's figure this out.
All right, here's our game plan. We're going to start with what CLV even is. Then we'll get into why it matters so much. After that, I'll walk you through how to actually calculate it. It's easier than you think. We'll peek at how some huge brands use it, and then we'll wrap up with 5 solid strategies you can use to boost your own.
Okay, first things first. Let's build our foundation. What in the world are we talking about when we say customer lifetime value, or CLV for short?
So here's the deal. CLV isn't about that one-time sale. It's a prediction, right? It's your best guess at the total amount of money you can expect to make from a single customer over their entire time with you. This simple shift in thinking moves you from just chasing sales to building valuable, long-term relationships.
Now, you might have heard the term LTV thrown around, lifetime value. And yeah, people often use them interchangeably, but there's a little difference that's actually kind of helpful. Think of CLV as using a microscope. It zooms in on one specific customer. LTV is more like using binoculars. It's looking at a whole group or segment of customers. For what we're doing today, we're definitely using the microscope.
Okay, so we know what it is, but why should you care? Why make room for yet another metric on your dashboard? Well, let's talk about how this one little number can have a massive impact on your business. Honestly, tracking your CLV can be a total game changer. For starters, it makes your customer acquisition way smarter because you suddenly know exactly how much you can afford to spend to get a new customer. It also sharpens your retention because you know who your VIPs are and you can focus on making them happy. Naturally, that boosts your overall profitability. And finally, it tells you where to put your money and your time so you're not just guessing what's working. All right, time to roll up our sleeves. I know calculating sounds scary, maybe a little complicated, but I promise, getting a basic CLV is actually super straightforward. So here it is, the whole thing is just 3 numbers multiplied together. You've got your average order value, think of that as what the average shopping cart is worth. Then purchase frequency, which is just how often people buy from you. And finally, the customer lifespan, which is how long they tend to stick around. Let's quickly look at how you find each of these. Okay. Step 1. To get your average order value, or AOV, just divide your total revenue by the total number of orders. Simple. For step 2, purchase frequency, you're just figuring out how many times a customer buys from you in a set period, like a year. And third, you estimate the average customer lifespan, how many years on average a customer stays a customer. Once you've got those 3 pieces, you just multiply them, and boom, you've got your CLV.
The theory is cool and all, but let's see what this looks like out in the wild with some brands you definitely know. This is where it all clicks.
Get ready for this. A loyal Starbucks customer is worth an estimated $14,000. Just let that sink in. It's the perfect example of how all those small $5 coffees add up to something absolutely massive over time. And it's exactly why they're so invested in their app and rewards program. And what about Amazon? Their average customer lifetime value clocks in at around $1,400. What's driving that? Well, it's repeat purchases, sure, but it's also the genius of Amazon Prime. They've built this entire world to keep you in their ecosystem and keep you spending. And here's one of my favorites. Zappos basically built their entire reputation on amazing customer service. And the payoff? Their loyal customers are worth 75% more than their average ones. This is proof positive that investing in a great customer experience isn't just a nice to have, it directly pads your bottom line. Seeing those numbers is pretty motivating, isn't it? So that leads to the big question. How can you increase your CLV? Let's dive into 5 real, actionable things you can start working on today.
Let's break these down. First, enhance the customer experience. Remember Zappos? A great experience makes people stick around longer, which boosts your customer lifespan. 2, start a loyalty program. This is a direct shot at improving purchase frequency. 3, get good at upselling and cross-selling. Every time you suggest a related product, you're trying to increase that average order value. 4, encourage referrals. People referred by a friend tend to be better, more loyal customers from the start. And finally, number 5, dig into your data. This connects everything. Find out what your best customers have in common and do more of that. Stop guessing and start making smart moves.
As we get ready to wrap this up, I want to leave you with one final, really powerful idea. It's called the Pareto principle, but you probably know it as the 80-20 rule. The idea is that for most businesses, about 80% of your revenue comes from a tiny slice of your customers, just 20%. These are your high CLV superstars.
And that really brings us right to the heart of it all. Calculating your customer lifetime value is the key to unlocking that crucial 20%. So, the question I want to leave you with is this. Do you know who your most valuable customers are? And what are you doing to make sure they never leave?